Hi AV addicts. So what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to talk about Spitfire flights. One thing happened to me in 2018. I was incredibly lucky to be able to go and fly in Spitfire. That's pretty common nowadays, you might say. And yeah, it is, provided you got the money, which some might think is quite expensive, but to be honest, I think it's worth every penny because I still have a smile. But anyway, in 2018, I wanted to go for a flight in a Spitfire. I've been very lucky to fly many warbirds over the years, and it seemed a nice idea to finally do a Spitfire, the aircraft I know and love. Anyway, you then get lots of things you have to think, well, do you want to fly in a particular Spitfire? Where do you want to fly from? Do you want to fly from Biggin Hill? Do you want to fly from Duxford, Sywell, whatever? There's quite a few people that offer that service now. So Goodwood as well. And obviously you can go to like beautiful airfields like Compton Abbas when that's happening. But anyway, what I wanted to do is I wanted to fly in a Spitfire with a good proven heritage, one that was fairly original and had almost been flying for a lot of the time after the war. And obviously it was a TR9, so it would have been a single seat to start with, and then it would have been modified to a two-seater. I chose MJ627 at Biggin Hill. And the whole reason I went for that was Biggin Hill is a very famous Battle of Britain airfield, and the Battle of Britain is my absolute passion, to be honest. And also, MJ627 was an aircraft that I knew through a chap I knew who was also rebuilding a Hurricane, rebuilt the Spitfire, Maurice Bayliss, many years ago. And now it's looked after by the Biggin Hill Heritage Hangar, and they operate it and give passenger flights. So I really wanted to fly in that aircraft. It had a wonderful history in the war. So basically I went along in 2018 and was flown by the wonderful Anna Walker. Well, you get not only the pure pleasure, I should say, of memories of flying in, quite honestly, an amazing aircraft. You look out to the wings and you see this beautiful elliptical wing, the roar of the Merlin, the smell. It's basically is sensory override. It is fantastic. But you always like to have a souvenir you can take away. And they're pretty good at this. And on the day, you get a certificate and you get various other bits and pieces, which I'll show you now. One of the items you get is a beautiful flight certificate, and this is actually MJ627. And it's signed by the pilot. I was able to, I'm very lucky to fly with Anna Walker, who I've admired through her displays at Flying Legends over the years, in not only the Youngman, but also all the other aeroplanes that she's flown, including the Seafire 17 and the Hurricane. And they also give you a nice little aircrew patch again with MJ627 on it. I decided I'd make myself one of these. I tend to do a bit of casting, so I did a spay grip. So this is the later type spay grip that's fitted to the Mar9s. In fact, it was fitted to all the aircraft that had cannons, so it had that rectangular gun button. And then I just made a nice frame for it. So that's a resin replica of a spay grip. But I really wanted a Corgi Archive model, and about a couple of years ago, they did Grey Nurse, which is one of the two-seater Spitfires, also operated at Biggin, and that's the aircraft that was, I think, a TE308, which used to be owned by Bill Greenwood. I'd met that aircraft some time ago as well, and out in Oshkosh. And then it had a bit of an issue with a Hurricane, Hawker variety, and it ended up being rebuilt by splendid engineers there back into flying condition. And I sort of cheekily sent a message to Biggin Hill saying, hey, I wish you'd do a Corgi model of MJ627. And to be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen. And I was absolutely delighted when you could pre-order this puppy this year. So this is a limited edition. It's also got the nice Fly Spitfire badge from Biggin Hill, which is their sort of trademark badge. And it's a 1/72 scale Aviation Archive Corgi. So what I wanted to do is, I actually haven't opened it yet, and I thought I'd sort of share it with you. I don't tend to do unboxings, probably because I'm incapable of opening the damn box, but anyway, let's have a go. And here it is. So like a lot of these models, you get a Corgi collector's card, which tells you a little bit about the size of a credit card, and then you get the model in here. So here we go. So what you get is you get the wheels and things like that if you want to put it in wheels down configuration, and you can also put it on standard nice Corgi stand. To be honest, who wants to put it down in wheels down? Because you enjoyed your flight wheels up. So let's have a look at the model. So here we go. It's absolutely gorgeous model. There you are, sat in the back of MJ627. And you have to forgive me, I haven't really used this camera very much, and it's new to me. It's a beautiful model, a two-seater Spitfire. Some people say they're not very pretty. To be honest, I think they're absolutely gorgeous, but that's me. And then obviously you can put, it's currently, mine's configured in wheels up configuration, which, as I said, is how I like it. It's got the beautiful D-Day markings. It is a lovely, lovely model. And it's even got things like, it's even got things like the pitot tubes and all the other bits and pieces, and the tail wheel. We'll be doing features on bits of Spitfire later for those that are super nerds like me. But anyway, at the moment, this is a beautiful model. Makes a wonderful, wonderful souvenir of a great experience. They do them of others as well. As I said, we talked about Grey Nurse T308. And they also do PV202, which is another wonderful Spitfire that is around. It's in the high back, the configuration Spitfire. It's also not got the modified canopy that looks basically like two single seat canopies, which is famous on PT462, which was the ex-Charles Church aircraft, and also the Grey Spitfire ML407. So it has the standard Castle Bromwich two-seater. So if you've been thinking about going for a Spitfire, I have no vested interest in it other than telling you what I did. I do think you get a great service from probably all the providers, but biased towards Biggin Hill because of the history of that wonderful airfield. So you can make a complete day of it. You can go to the Spitfire Cafe, have a nice fry-up breakfast, do your flight, then they really treat you well. You get a great time looking around all the wonderful projects and the aircraft they have in the hangar, which doesn't just mean Spitfires, but also Hurricane and a wonderful ME109E. But all the Spitfire providers do a great job. I hope you found this fairly interesting. If you have, please like and subscribe. And as always, if you've got any desire to see anything that we can bring to you of grassroots aviation or any aviation subject, please drop me a line. Take care and fly safely.